guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for everyone who watched my previous video, all the emails, all the love. I appreciate it so much. It makes it all worthwhile. If you're new, please subscribe. My name is Tyra and I am BA Cabin Crew. Okay, so today I'm doing the Q&A. Sorry it's taken so long because I lost my camera. If you have me on Snapchat, if you don't have me, you should have me. Add me on Snapchat and on Instagram so you can see all of my travel pictures, and on Snapchat I share my life really. And yeah, so it's just taken me a minute to get this all together. Also, I'm blonde, guys. Shout out to Wig Life. Because I can do stuff like this and just wear my wig and have black hair when I go to work, so I love it. I'm gonna do my Q&A now. For all your questions, by the way, your emails, I've tried to reply to all my emails, but I've had lots of emails and it's just so hard to reply to it and work and have a life, but I'm trying to balance it. Any email that I haven't replied to is in this list, so please guys, wait for your question and I will answer it. Okay, so the first one is, I like your videos. I would like to know if, as cabin crew, do you have to wear makeup every day that you work, and what nail polish colours can you have on your nails apart from red? Thank you so much that you like my videos. It means so much to me when you guys tell me that. Thank you for that. You do have to wear some form of makeup, so we have something called uniform standards, which means it's the standard that your uniform should be met at, which includes your makeup. And I read from the actual uniform standards page, because I did my homework, that as a minimum you are required or expected to wear lipstick and blush. Yeah, you do have to wear makeup, but you come to work with just lipstick and blush on, so that's fine. And that's not really much makeup. If right now my face is beat, I got a lot more than that. So if you're not really into wearing heavy makeup, you can wear light makeup. So in terms of the colours of nail polish, you can have clear natural shade, French manicure, shades of pink, shades of red, including other deep shades of red. Red nails are my favourite colour nails. So I always just do red nails or nude nails. And if I'm feeling jazzy, pink. And that's as far as it goes. And that's like literally just my personal preference anyway, before I had the job. So yeah, those are the colour nails you can do. Next question. When would you know you have the job completely? So for me, I found out that I had the job provisionally within 24 hours after my interview. I got an email saying that I had the job, then I had to accept the job offer. And then when I found that I had the job completely is when my security checks were all complete and final, which was, so I had my interview at the end of September. It was like literally like the 27th of September, and I didn't get a start date till I think January. I would love to become cabin crew, but I worry my English is not enough. What advice do you have for me on that? As long as you can speak English on a basic level, in terms of like you can communicate with people, if someone answers your question you can answer back, you can articulate yourself in English, then I don't think you should worry. If you feel like it's not of a standard where you could really get through a conversation, then maybe like invest in some English classes until you feel confident with your English, or just speak more English at home, because sometimes it's like you have the knowledge in your head but we're just not confident. So speak more English at home. But I think if you've been able, you wrote like quite a big paragraph in English and I didn't see no grammatical errors, so you seem like your English is quite good too. Do you see yourself being cabin crew member past your 20s? I ask because you say it is hard to form relationships. I think maybe you misunderstood me a little bit. I'm not saying it's hard to form relationships, I'm just saying it's hard to see people as much as you want to. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes it may be somebody's birthday and things like that, or like a graduation or just anything, a special occasion, but you're away so you can't really partake in that. Whereas if you worked a 9 to 5 you could probably squeeze some time in, but it's still, you can have a relationship. You can't see people as often, but sometimes like a lot of people have said to me they find that it's healthier for their relationship because absence makes the heart grow fonder and all of that stuff. And you have more days off as cabin crew than you do in a 9 to 5, so you just make it work. You just have to be flexible with it. Do I see myself being cabin crew past my 20s? If I wasn't cabin crew past my 20s, it wouldn't be because of relationship or because I didn't see people enough. It would be purely because of me, just because like I could wake up tomorrow and decide that I want to be an astronaut, and like if that's what I really wanted to do, I will pursue being an astronaut. So I don't know, I never say never. I don't know what the future holds for me, you know. I love what I'm doing at the moment. I'm enjoying it. The moment I feel like I'm not enjoying it, I'm the type of person that I don't wallow in self-pity. I would get out and do something else. When I've come from a different background in terms of like I went to university, I studied biomedical science, and I still have that scientist in me. So I don't know, I could always go back to that. To be honest, if I was to leave this, that's what I would go back to. When would you know you'd have the job completely? You know you have the job completely when you signed your contract. When you sign your contract, the job is yours. But even during your training, the thing is, if you don't pass your training, you can't become cabin crew. It's essential to pass your training. It's a requirement. You have to be licensed to fly an aircraft. So if you don't pass your training, then your initial training, then you don't have the job no more. So it's like everything is on edge until like I think you have the job completely when you've passed probation. Your probation's 6 months, and that's when you're solid, you're nice, you in there. So for that 6 months, stick it out, do what you need to do to get past your probation. How long was the whole process? The whole process for me was like 8 months. So yeah, 8 months, wasn't it? October, November, December, January, February. I'm lying. I'm hyping it. It was 5 months, the whole process of like from interview to start date, 5 months. But I know people that it's taken them a year. I know other people that it took them like 2 weeks. So it really depends. It's an interview. It's one of those things where it varies so much. Cabin crew life, it just varies. Someone said, I have an assessment in a couple of weeks and don't really know what to expect. Can you tell me what to expect? What to expect at your assessment is you come in, you have something called cabin crew capabilities, where they check your height, they check that you can reach like an overhead locker, and then they check that you can sit in the jump seat comfortably, your feet touch the ground, and then they check that you don't have any visible tattoos or piercings. If you pass that stage, you go on and you have a group assessment where it's like a scenario. Then after that you have a role play, which is like a customer service role play. Then after that they select people to go on to the next stage, which is a 2-to-1 interview, where you just go in and you have 2 people interviewing you, and that's what happens. Is weight an issue with BA? I'm a size 16 at the moment and worried about that. Weight is not an issue. Nowhere, I read the job description again, and nowhere in the job description does it specify weight. All it says is that you have to be, and this is for another question, because another question was, what is the height you have to be? You have to be between 5'2" and 6'1". Within that height range, and your height has to be in proportion to your weight. That's all they say. It doesn't matter what size you are, as long as your height is in proportion to your weight, then you're fine. There's a myth where people are like, you have to be slim, you don't, you just have to be healthy. Like, where did you guys get this from? Don't feel like you have to look a certain type of way, because it's not about that. It's about you. Are you London? No, LWG. Am I in Gatwick? I'm not Gatwick. I work at Heathrow. I am mixed fleet. And somebody else wrote, you are mixed fleet, not worldwide. Yes, I'm mixed fleet. I am mixed fleet. Because nobody joins worldwide anymore. Worldwide is closed to the public. Someone said, what happens if you're late? If you're late, you go on standby. If you're like 1 minute late, they will take you off that flight. It's happened to me before. Taken off the flight, 1 minute, taken off you're off that flight, because they can't, and they'll call someone from standby, then they'll replace you and put you on standby, and then the rest of your days, if you're not used that day to fill any empty gaps, the rest of the days that you have left that you're supposed to be on your trip will turn into home standbys. And that's what happens. It's sad. I try to avoid that. I hate that, because I'm like, no, 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 and I feel like I'm going to be punished with like a really bad trip, which is probably like a there and back, something like that. It would just be awful. So I try my best to be on time. Sometimes it just doesn't happen. Life happens. On average, how many nights away do you have? You either have 1 or 2 nights away. My friend started in July and is only getting through now. Does that mean you get paid all that time, since I guess you can't work having to be up early? So you're only paid from when you start your start date. So during training you're paid, but you're paid your basic. As cabin crew, you have a basic pay and you have a flying rate. So obviously if you're not flying, you're not going to get paid your flying pay because you're not in the air, you're not flying. So during training you're only paid your basic salary, but during the process of waiting to start training you're not paid nothing, because you're not a British Airways employee yet. You're like pending. So I would just say keep your job until you get your start date, and then like give yourself maybe a couple of weeks before, and save also, because it gets rough during training. Save your money, don't do madness and start spending. Save your money so you have like extra money during training, because you don't get as much money when you're flying during training. I wish someone told me that. It was rough. Have you been to Mexico City? I haven't been to Mexico City. I don't fly to Mexico City from Heathrow. That's not a route that we have. It's a Gatwick route. But I would love in my own personal time to go to Mexico, because I've heard it's amazing. I think I've answered all the questions that I have. If you guys have any more questions, hit me up. Snapchat, Instagram, just hit me up, let me know, and I'll try my best to answer it. Also, just want to quickly say hi to Yasmin, who I saw at the training centre, and I was sitting down having lunch, and then she came over and she literally just made my day, because it's really nice when you see people that actually watch your videos. So if you ever see me, please come and say hi. Thanks Yasmin. Literally she was like telling me how much the videos has helped her through her training. So yeah guys, give me any video suggestions you have. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, and like. Thanks guys.